corner, so move from all ya, 'cause we are dangerous. Whoa, whoa, see, shiddly waddly diddly daddly, shiddly daddly waddly diddly diddly, whoa, see, shiddly wobbly diddly daddly diddly 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 daddly diddly, shiddly daddly diddly waddly diddly shiddly diddly waddly, whoa.
Of the Jordan rules are this. There are 3 areas on the floor the Pistons need to be concerned about. He's sensational when he dribbles to his right. He's only great when he goes left. They will force him up as much as possible from the top of the circle area.
I was kind of the team at the time. My eyes were telling me some Jordan rules going on here. So let me go write a story about this. Now let's get this. Talking about some Jordan rules. Just playing tough, like anybody else.
When Michael Jordan has the ball on the foul line extended or wing area, he is so good, too good at going baseline, coming back up under the basket, getting fouls on the big people. So instead, the Pistons will force him to come to the middle of the floor off the dribble, trying to get help from the next defender.
You say, what about the Jordan rules? And they say, what Jordan rules? And they'd say, what about the defense you're playing on? We're not playing anything special. And they all laughed and they'd wink and they'd...
They also need to be concerned about pick and rolls. They'll trap everyone. And when Michael's doing his thing, just kind of creating, they'll run the next guy at him to double team him no matter who it is. But keep this in mind, Mark. They don't always use the Jordan rule.
Oh, they didn't preach it. They didn't brag about it. But it was on display.
Jordan to the foul line, room in the lane. Isaiah grabs him.
The Jordan rules were for the Pistons to know about, not for anybody else to know about.
Jordan rules? Is that something you guys made up?
Jordan rules were, to stop him, period, but nobody else can beat you on that ball club.
They have been called a 30 ball problem, and I can see why.
Oh, no. You have to ask my man Matt Dobick on that one if there was any Jordan rules. Him and Chuck Daly not around, so I don't think there was any Jordan rules.
Isolation play for Jordan. And Isaiah Thomas ties him up.
How high can this man fly? Michael Jordan is soaring, and the Chicago Bulls are going right with him. Jordan is averaging 38 points a game in the first 2 playoff rounds. But now, Superman faces his toughest test. Game 1 will tell if Detroit's road has been too easy, while the Bulls come off the biggest win in the history of their franchise.
The whole Pistons Jordan rules thing was frustrating as a beat writer because I was covering the team at the time. Now let's get this. What are you talking about? No Jordan rules. He's playing tough, physical, like anybody else. All right, cool.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I'm Brian Musburger, along with Bill Raftery. Let's get right to it. The man was an ex-coach. How do you stop Michael Jordan?
There's not much you can do with him. You have to make him go east to west in the fast break. He's good on the perimeter, but he's great when he penetrates.
At certain times, teams found themselves watching and in awe of him and maybe bashful about, being physical with him.
I was in the Detroit Pistons locker room before the game, and it's very obvious they would like to wind this thing up tonight. While I was down there, Chuck Daly unveiled his final instructions for the players, and I wrote them down for you.
Chuck Daly devised it, and his coaches, and it probably is one of the great things that made Chuck Daly the great coach that he was in everyone's eyes.
7th game intensity, he said. Let's play like this is the 7th game. Control the boards, energy. Nothing new for the bad boys. He says intimidate and dominate. And then on the bottom in big capital letters it says follow the Jordan rules. And I said, what are the Jordan rules? They said simply, when he goes to the bathroom, we all go with him. Let's go back to that.
There were no secrets. I mean, everybody knew what the rules were, and that was to put him on the floor when he came to the basket and try to keep him from the crowd-pleasing, super fantastic flamboyant plays that he was capable of making.
Michael Jordan, who has done miracle things on the court, is trying to carry his team on his shoulders against a great defensive team, maybe one of the greatest defensive teams in recent years in the NBA. Jordan has had his marvelous moments, but lately he has been stymied by the Detroit Pistons.
It's
figured out how to contain Michael Jordan. They had finally figured out, to some degree, how to contain Michael Jordan.
There is Michael Jordan and Bill Cartwright. Pistons are in blue, the Bulls are in white. Chicago's ball with John Paxson still showing effects of that sprained ankle.
Let's see the movement now. They try to go down inside to get either Grant or Pittman off early.
Here's Grant. Beer made him change his shot. Here comes Isaiah Thomas chugging up court.
So what you have to do is you really have to look at the game. And the Jordan rules were pretty simple. And there was a couple versions of it. But one, Joe Dumars would guard Michael Jordan. And he would sometimes be doubled by Dennis Rodman. Or Joe Dumars would try to funnel him left into John Sally or James Edwards, or whatever big guy was there. The idea, the concept was to get Jordan to pass out or to take difficult shots.
Good pick from Pippen on the pick and roll. And then a good defensive effort from James Edwards. Chased down by Rodman.
Down low, Jordan coming around a screen, gets him into the paint, Lambeer to help out. And great Detroit defense.
Michael Jordan. Jordan short with a shot. Gets back.
The second part of the Jordan rules is that you send Joe Dumars somewhere else, all of a sudden you got 6'7", 6'8" Dennis Rodman on you. And Dennis Rodman was a physical player, and he would be hitting, moving his feet. And Jordan didn't like that.
And your call, Rodman now on Michael Jordan.
And he steps right inside him. Missed his first shot against Rodman.
Michael Jordan as a point guard can't help out as much with trap. That's the problem.
Inside, offensive foul.
So you had Joe Dumars, who probably was more compact and just standing in your face and guarding you in front of you somewhat. And now you have Dennis Rodman, who was trying to get inside of your head, tapping you, physical, throwing that elbow. So he got different looks. And so when Jordan got accustomed to Rodman, here comes Joe again, and now you have the other Jordan rules where you kind of throw into traffic.
The Detroit Pistons have so many things to think about. I made a list for you. Defense, rebound, Jordan.
Another part of the Jordan rules is very, very simple. Get the ball to whoever Michael was guarding. Make him work on the other end. If he had to guard Joe, get shots for Joe. If he had to guard Isaiah, God help him.
2 seconds, 1 second, Isaiah at the bucket.
The other thing about the Jordan rules is you had to be physical with him. If Jordan got loose, he was going to get hit, and he knew it.
Jordan left wing. Jordan to the foul line, room in the lane. Isaiah grabs him and fouls him.
The only way you were going to slow him down and get him to think about what he was doing, coming inside and jumping in the air, was to at least give him the thought that he could get hurt.
The thing about Jordan, which made him great, is he was able to take the pain, take the physical play, and still play his game. But it was a lot easier for Jordan to do this against other teams than it was for the Pistons. Because other teams said, we're going to put Jordan in the suit, but they didn't have the defensive players to pull it off like the Pistons did.
And so the Pistons in that way were able to at least get in his mind and cause him to think about, oh boy, where's Lambeer? Where's Mahorn? Where's Edwards? Where's Rodman? He could get hurt, he could get bumped, he could get knocked down at any time.
Good afternoon again, everyone. I'm Dick Stockton. We've had a day to think about this, and so is Chuck Daly. After Michael Jordan's 47 points, he decided he was going to go to the team, ask them, how should we defend Michael Jordan? The word is there was silence for a while, but then they came up with an idea. And the question that I asked Huey Brown is, how do you anticipate the Pistons playing the great Michael today?
Game 7 from Dallas. Pistons ball. 5 and 6. Back to Dumars. Jordan, good pick from Pippen on the pick and roll. And then a good defensive effort from James Edwards.
He's going to score no matter what kind of defense you put on him, because that's the kind of player he was. We just wanted to slow him down and try to double team him a lot and make other people beat us, opposed to letting Michael Jordan beat us.
And
The Bulls wanted to get the ball to Jordan on the post. He was forced to come outside and get it.
Kicked out, and time has been called.
He would not pass the ball on time. He would exhaust every option, no one scored himself first. And we knew that going in, so just shut him down and you got the game won.
Jordan comes to the baseline. Dumars stays with him. Now Jordan into the lane. Can't get the roll. Dumars out. Here's Thomas. Paxson's back. Thomas into him. Oh.
You play teams because if they got a superstar, if you can negate them and let somebody else beat you, that'll be great. If we felt that Bill Cartwright needed to score 40, then Bill Cartwright can score 40.
Cartwright. No call. Blocked by Isaiah Thomas. Here's Dumars.
He wouldn't give up. That's what I would say about Michael Jordan. Would not give up.
Isolation play for Jordan. And Isaiah Thomas ties him up.
Defensively, the Pistons are now pointing totally at Michael Jordan. They don't believe that any of the other four Bulls can hurt them at this point with this much time left.
If they didn't have the mental part or that, we're too bullish to believe it's the end, they would have lost that series. They would have lost the game at the Palace. But they were just real bullheaded, stubborn, and resolute about things. And that's why they won that series, despite, I thought Jordan had an excellent series then also.
On the ball. There's the answer. We'll be here. Thank you. Lambert out. Thomas out.
Well, the Pistons have moved on, but you really got a feel for this man right here.
Well, Bill Johnson said yes. This will be considered a successful season for the Bulls. They went one game farther. For the Pistons, nothing but another World Championship review. And they, the Detroit Pistons, will meet the Portland Trail Blazers in the best of 7, beginning Tuesday night on CBS.
Those years that we beat those guys, I mean, he took a lot of beats from us.
Didn't matter if it was Michael Jordan or if it was Craig Elo. I'd hit them all. It don't matter because you're in opposition. You're not my teammate.
I mean, they were our rules, and that's the rules that the Detroit Pistons went by. How we're going to play Michael Jordan, and we kind of played it up a little bit, but that's just the way it was back then. Until he learned how to involve his other players, he couldn't win, especially against us. Once he started learning that and gave up some control over his ball club to a degree, that's when they started winning. And we got a hold, that was part of it. But still, you got to give him credit for recognizing that he couldn't do it himself.
When Jordan hit that big shot over Dennis Rodman, you kind of started thinking, okay, maybe this is the end.
And then he finally figured out, he had to get a lot stronger, get his teammates more involved to beat us. And, by that fourth year, we played them again. They finally figured out how to beat us and swept us.
I don't know why it didn't hold. I think guys just got older, had different players in. It wasn't quite the group that really held them down before.
Every team has their little window of opportunity. We had ours. Could we have won that next year? Tough. We had the home court advantage. We were getting older. There's no question about that. And you lose a little bit of mental edge at that point. They were hungrier than we were. And Jordan was changing his game and involving his teammates a little bit more. Pippen was growing up. It became their time.
The league decided that they wanted to clean up the game, get rid of some of the physical contact, clear out the lane so that the great players, the great athletes could drive to the basket. That was geared more to help Michael Jordan and the Bulls, and it was certainly the kind of legislation that did not help the Detroit Pistons.
Maybe because the way he was treated in the league, but he's carrying, you know, it's about who would you come see? Would you come see Rick Mahorn or would you come see Michael Jordan? He can fill the seats up.
So those were the rules. There were no secret about the rules. I mean, it was very obvious and very vivid for everybody who was watching. It was just that the Pistons were one of the teams that were willing to do it, where others may have backed away from it.
Jordan is fouled, going strong to the hoop and pays for it. Foul was on Edwards. That's 4 on James Edwards. And there's Mark Aguirre. Played his college basketball at DePaul. He and Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson, good friends. Aguirre and Isaiah.
What type of nigga stay in the trunk for weeks? Bad boy. What type of nigga fly Bentley cool? Bad boy. Aim for the sky, cutlass shit, then shoot.
Man, a bad boy in the corner, so move from on ya, cause we are dangerous.
Peggy 18.
My reputation is known for bloody objects. The gatekeep prevail. I'm harder as the lyrics on the holy grail. Pick up your skull and blow off the feathers. Yo, I'm on a Viking hike for very treasure to insane. Terror remains out your brain. Stalk the whole range from the darkest place. It is a homicidal equation coming at ya like an invasion of the one body snatcher. I'm in your dreams, your thoughts, yo. Everywhere you walk, when you speak, that's the great thing of talk. The devil's approach, you get close. Can't plant seeds on a grave with dead folks. From the darkest level of death, here's the best the shovel is left. Check it, off from the bottle is lit. This is it, Undertaker make beats and shit that sounds sick. He not be the man through the stir. Call a doctor, see if they got the nerve to try to stop the major crucial movement. Sound that's inhuman, scream when I sting that ass like Paul Newman. Somebody knock on wood, knock, knock, knock. All blazing the hood, drop, drop, drop. When I come through with the shovel, no puzzle. Then I'm out for trouble, on the fucking trouble. So like Bloody Bubble, back to the battle pit. Stronger fast slip on the graveyard ship. Walk with your head, walk with your head. I wanna go with a buffalo drone. Chop off your head while I'm pumping on the bone. So I got a stack, I'm never slacking in my mackin'. Style go back to the days of our backless. Catch him in the suplex. Oh no, who's next to get wrecked? Pass the shovel and step. How y'all feel out there? Oh yeah.
Yo, you can't fuck around with that. That's to take you away. Forget it. Unless you John Wayne or somebody can kick death's ass.
Nigga right, open cross the night. Almost a phone like tears and bright lights. I maintain my range from nobody got paid. Niggas are running like it's a block chain. The reef is deep as the block fence whenever I'm seen walking teams. Please don't play these. I smoke tools. Tomato with the drum like monsoons with the lyrical force of the boom. Doom is quick to when the dawn attacks. 90 years later you find the artifacts. Buried in wax, frozen, left on display. Covered in the ash like Pompeii. And you won't cover the dark like Jurassic Park. You're in search of devils with no heart. Cardiac arrest, no stress is the cause of death. Resurrect, pass the shovel and step.
Yo, slap me for how on the black hand side. The sound out the behind the kept to terrorize. Don't be afraid of the dark. Watch me walk afloat. Now got my crew whipping up the charts. Cause I come ferociously. No one is close supposed to make. I back bitches like a bag of the grocery. Now get binoculars so you can clock the popular hip-hop phantom on the opera. That's what I say, Figaro, Figaro. The next thing you know, I got a pocket full of dough. Now what did you expect? Chopping mad next. Pass the shovel and step.
Let's take a slide through the L side of town with this B-boy. Watch out for Jake snakes and decoys. The streets keep you pinoid. Every day's a new game. New things for new things. The kid got stuck for like 3 G's and 2 chains. Yo, I know about these streets I was raised in. In my crib I heard villains outside racing. Mad shots was popping in. I see visions of popping in. 5 minutes later some nigga was sprawled out on Hopkinson. That's why this downtown swinger. Ruckers ringer be packing bangers and make houses out of clothes hangers. It's only one life to give in. Get in where you fit in. The fofo will go push your shit in. So keep your guns breathe. We're fucking with these New York desperados. We bust open your heads like avocados. Heavy artillery in my facility. For you snake ass ones, I stick to my gun. Yo, what up? Ain't nothing. Is it real? Yeah, son. What's the day's mathematics? This act in your blood. What's the word? Ain't nothing. Is it real? Yeah, son. What's the day's knowledge yourself? The most beautifulest thing in the world is a fofo desert eagle. Nigga, that shit is diesel. Leak through hollow points, love punch through any object. Squeeze it at rapid fire, clear the whole projects. I ain't gonna be beefing or eyeing you. Silently, I move valiantly, me ain't no reliable state. I've been chasing and lacing tough guys for days. Finding ways to erase them and place them in the grave. If it happened, it's floors cabin. I'm in the mix and I'd rather be judged by 12 than laid by 6. My God, on the front line, still standing. Mr. Billy dancing, I'm walking with a mini kid.
Umars went down, knocked down by Jordan, and Mahorn took Jordan down. And now the Bulls, of course, retaliate. We got a fist fight now. And all the folks on both teams are involved. And Doug Collins was shoved to press row, and they're still at it. They're coming down this way. We can get in this thing if we're into it. At midcourt, Mahorn and Sparrow are pulled apart.
Get a replay of this and make a videotape and I'll get rich.
Well, they start the replay with Mahorn.
Put them 16s and niggas please I head for the hills. Niggas, cause when I get ill, it's blood spill for real. I ain't my fucking steal and shoot the...
If I say Detroit Pistons to you, what reaction do you have?
Aggressive contest, long night, physical battle.
The cheap shot artist, you know, with Lambier. You know, when you say Detroit, that's what comes to my mind.
Scotty, how much of a personal thing is there going on between you and Bill Lambier?
We don't like each other. And, you know, I see him out on the court, and I know every opportunity that he get at me, that he's going to take a cheap shot. And I will let him know I'll do the same.
We just have a mental edge over the Chicago Bulls because they're not a really deep team that can go into their bench and the bench can come out and produce the way we can.
I don't concern myself with what they think or what they say. The only thing that I'm concerned about is our basketball team.
Well, there's the man, Michael Jordan. His brand new pair of Airs.
Detroit was up 12 at the half. Here's Jordan on the drive against Lambier. Michael Jordan that last time powered it in over Lambier.
There's Jordan, back to Pippen. What a pass.
As he's going to the basket here, he's concerned. Look at his eyes, focusing on the rim. And then he still had the presence of mind.
Bulls up by 6 early. Jordan, this will be nice.
Right. Not consistent with the jumper. He's had some opportunities. Steal by Grant. Down to 11, which is as few as it's been since the first quarter.
How he leaves the defensive man. Dumars was thinking that he had rotation help. Watch the quickness that he pivots here. There it is right there. See, usually when a player catches
the long-range shot, here's Michael. The beautiful hook.
All kinds of opposing centers. Going to hurt the ball boy accidentally. Several weeks back. Jordan off the steal.
The question with Jordan is when he will begin to score and what types of shots he will make. A difficult try.
Pippen off of Cartwright. Back out to Jordan, who goes down. Oh, what a shovels it left-handed as he fell down on the ground. This is Earth Jordan. Earth on the clock. Jordan against Dumars. Into the left. Goes left baseline shot.
Michael up the wing. Sellers joins the party now. Good pass. Grant will get it. And you watch Jordan. Sweet no-look pass.
Michael Jordan fakes. 16-footer on the wall. Calm you down. They'll work their plays. Steal. He kept it in bounds. Here it is again. Oh! And a lot of great shots, but I've never seen this before from him. Well, you see it's an excellent save. Now when he gets it back, you'll see him elevate, do a 360 and just toss it. Care of Michael Jordan elevating here. Going for the 360 move. There you go with the taunt.
Jordan spins into the lane.
Clock at 15. Jordan center step move. Backs it in the lane, leans in and lays it in.
Not today. The Bulls only 2 baskets in the last 14 minutes. Jordan's your back pick. He's sacrificing. Now watch where he brings this dunk from. Here he comes. Boom.
Jordan gets a tough pass in a crowd, and Michael
It's on the deck, and Jordan steals. Trying for 3 on the wing, and
from the fact that they attacked the basket. There you go.
Jordan one-on-one with Dumars. Picks up Pistons on the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he comes down with about 9 seconds and the clock goes up. Draws the foul. Ball hits the rim, grabs everything, comes
when he gets his hands on the ball.
No. There's the answer. We'll be here. Thank you. Now watch Michael Jordan's defensive effort.
Well, there, James Edwards just fell asleep. And as I said, you know, that little salve that you rub on little Herman.
It's a 12-point game. Bulls have come back. Jordan. Okay, here's Jordan around Dumars in deep on the rebound. Stuff, tagging in the ball. Joe Dumars actually bumps him here as he goes around him underneath, and then he's picked up by Big Tree Rollins' left hand up reverse. That's good. McGuire telling us last night that his job has changed because he's double teamed.
Out of there is Jordan. He's got Paxson and Davis with him. He doesn't need him.
Michael turns around, he can't believe it. There goes the tongue flying, and there goes the man himself flying. Lambier has no chance. Look at boom, body.
Nice fake by Jordan. Goes to the... Limping as he gets back down the court. Grant. Paxson and Jordan at guard. Watch this. There's no describing this move. Under, up, above. Jordan. 15. Goes around Dumars. He gets hammered by 3 guys. Watch this ball. I mean, it's just like right in the back. I mean, I'm not so sure. Did he shoot? He shoots it, but did he put it in? Yes, he did.
Michael with the penetration.
Pippen on the move around the Cartwright screen. Off to Jordan.
Boom. We didn't see the man underneath, Michael Jordan, take it in and power slam it on down.
Some games where I thought I did a really good job on him, and
we won the game, and I felt like he never got into a rhythm.
The drive just a moment ago, and this is what took place. They continued talking.
Point guards, William Bedford here at the garbage time, handling the ball in the backcourt, bringing it down.
Trying to penetrate, finds Jordan. Michael to the hoop. What a boy, Michael, some dunk, huh? Oh, monster.
Jordan. There's Jordan. Running in Michael Jordan because he's hit that jump shot. Nobody gives any defensive support.
By 10. Here's Jordan on the drive, all the way to the hoop. Scoop it in.
Vincent corrals it back inside to Jordan. He doesn't miss.
1 minute remaining in the first half. Jordan gets by the double. Yeah, right. Now watch Jordan split the double team here. On the reverse move, here he comes. Coming through. Now take this pass. Look at that shovel pass. But Clark Wright was looking for it. Pressure block. Grant clears it ahead to Jordan. Back around the break.
Jordan, the ever-present Dumars. Good pass. Grant.
Jordan is to the rim, and he was assisted on the other 4. Baseline, and now he beats Dumars, but also Lambier on the double team.
Reed defensively there. A great pass. Well, as you see. Jordan through the foul.
Hands it off to Rodman. His layup. Right by Stellar. Jordan's got a breakaway. Michael Jordan all the way for the 2-hand.
Out to himself. Looks around. Nobody there. And he'll give him 10 in this one.
Before 17 minutes. They've gone 6 more without a basket.
Jordan puts it down.
Goes Michael Jordan is not going to bother. Jordan fouls him and passes. He cuts down. He has an angle. Now James Edwards must get the job done. But you can't get down inside. You want the open J or go strong on the dribble. Move to the baseline and watch how he avoids it. Come up on the other side. Beautiful. Grant kept it alive. Jordan slices in against 3 defenders.
Michael Jordan turning it in right in the lane. Off to Cartwright with a dunk.
Dumars on Jordan. Jordan doesn't like how close he's playing and makes it. Michael Jordan a chance to come to lead. Here comes Michael splitting right there. Now look how easily he shifts the minute now. 9 on the shot clock. Jordan. Gets to that now. Here he is. Now watch. 2 players up on him, and here comes the third. It's now. Here he has the 2 guards. He gets sliding on. Now watch Sally come into your picture. There's the pump, and even Sally.
Winding down for 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Jordan. It's good.
Now you've got Dumars trying to play Grant or in isolation. Jordan and Sally. Knocked out on that call of illegal defense. He beat Sally off the drill, but the whistle is blown already, calling an illegal defense. Shoot prior to the pregame warm-up. As part of his new philosophy, arrives early, shoots before games. You see the University of North Carolina shorts, a throwback to where the Pistons played their first game number 7 at home. Michael Jordan count the
Michael Jordan takes advantage of it. Again, getting pushed off the block where he'd rather be. But this time, he takes his hands for the isolation.
Here is Jordan. He knows they're going to jump out and double team him, so he just splits the 2 people that are supposed to trap him, finishes it off with that 15-foot jumper. High-point man with 17 points. What a great move look at the split of the double team.
74, Jordan posting, and then
Good ball off. And Pippen able to feed it off to Jordan. With the seconds working down. Jordan gets to the circle and fires. Jordan actually pulls up before Lambier could step out and get to him on that last second shot. He knew Big Vince comes out. Johnson on the court now for the push. There's the thing he's seeing.
Again, Michael Jordan from another angle on the penetration and the dish, and you see how much attention he puts
with the situation these days in the NBA where you
can win it. It counts. Timeout has been taken. 3 minutes gone by. In the fourth, the Bulls lead by 20.
Have license to do those things. And there's one there. Jordan gets the basket. Isolated. Now, Lewis, that's the game plan. He is supposed to force Michael Jordan to the outside.
Jordan, that leaves Cartwright open. Over to come and help out Sally. That leaves underneath Grant open. They didn't make it down them. And here's Carl Lewis coming right at you.
Jordan again to the middle, takes it all the way over, splits Lambeer and Vinnie Johnson. Johnson reaches.
Stripped away by John Paxson. Michael Jordan! 14 points. They all of a sudden became content to take the outside shot.
Here's Jordan from the slam cam. Should be called the Jordan cam.
Pick and roll at the top. Here's your trap. You need your spacing. Jordan.
Michaels with the double clutch. Rebound. Jordan grabs it. Ahead to Pippen. Back to Jordan into the rock for the dime. Oh, man.
Then got it back and slammed it in and underneath.
Low, long rebound. Jordan all the way up and in.
It's all coming off the dribble.
Thomas Formahorn, stolen by Jordan, and the open floor. Dumars tries to play him and can't like a blanket. 7 Detroit. Basket Towson. Pippen finds Jordan. There it is. Ogden is on him one-on-one. 5 seconds to go. Jordan off the glass.
With 10. I think Michael's knee.
Technical. What happened? Daly fell down. He came running out and went down. He came running out.
Pushed us to a certain level. I don't think we would have won those 6 championships without getting over that hump of Detroit.
What happened is the mixed learned that kind of thing, a lot of context from because what you have escalated the physical defensive check. And right now it's where we have to play field when you're on the coast of that. It's about you were in the outside, it's all under the critical bodies, obviously they're not worried about them almost every time.
Jordan on the bench, trying to stop the bleeding, and it goes, and that's where it all came from. Moments ago, Jordan taking to the basket, Europe trying to stop. Two Knicks go after, Ewing in front of him that time. The contact.
We're seeing that wave in Chicago with a mix. 7-11, 3 run, and you can see all of the Bulls.
Loose balls. Remember how important loose balls were? Looks like New York Jazz are on the feet pushing Michael Jordan.
Get to the paint. This is one of the things that Ryan and the Knicks were focusing on. Keep them out of that paint area. Everybody else, besides the man guarding him, pay special attention. When he puts it down, come and get it. Now let Michael get in the heart of the defense. We can find people. After doing it, he's going to come in there and either block shots or cause you to change your shot around the basket.
Jordan with a ball fake. Where to go with it?
Patrick was standing in the lane. He's going to Pippen or Jordan get in there. Patrick was standing right there.
Big rotation. He's on the baseline drive and then hit the foul.
Somebody did not like it.
Jordan, the great ability to elevate and find open teammates, and as you said, a very hard number of times that the Chicago Bulls wind up with either Jordan or Pippen having to take the 17, 18, 20-footer and proper shot. That should run the stars that for the part of Surrey, Michael Jordan has not been going to the room as frequently as he has in the last couple of years. As Greg Anthony ran into his first screen in the backcourt, and then when he did it again, the whistle blew. Yes, you can see the special attention that Jordan draws. 3 Knicks waiting for him in the lane.
Well, John Paxson, not a factor at all over the first 2 games, and hits on his first. Jordan has returned. Jordan put the goal on deck, but he got the step out from him. Jordan pick it up front. Here's Jordan for the takeaway.
Big Ewing on the bench. Look for the Knicks to go. To McDaniel. Also Mason. Ewing hit his left. Five shots. Hit the shoot.
You gotta play Michael Jordan without fouling. If you do, there's tackles on fouling. Last 19. Points. That's how the first.
They did not hit the shot and the penetration.
10 to shoot for Chicago. Knicks showing tenacious defense in this first quarter. 3. C.J. Armstrong spot up that shot in the block. That's a violation. It'll be the Knicks ball.
Phil Jackson unhappy, feeling that there was a double team on Michael before, that there was an illegal defense against Michael Jordan before the play started.
Down to 2. Jordan gets it off. 24-second violation. And again, Phil Jackson pleading with Dick Pavetta that there should be an illegal defense called on the Knicks.
Michael Jordan is working very, very hard early in this ballgame. He's scoring big, but he's working hard for everything.
Nobody's guarding Michael Jordan straight up better than John Stark. He would use not only one, but both hands to check him on the perimeter and to push and shove him in the paint.
For each other again, and this is where Michael Jordan almost goes after him.
Turnovers
And the first half full committed by Jordan. That's unusual. Here's Jordan.
Here's Michael Jordan. Yes! Jordan, what a move inside. That's ridiculous. That's so good. Of the series with McClure. Out first tonight with a back throw. Here's Jordan. Has been on the floor. Did not like it. Well, Jordan, the great ability to elevate and find open teammates. 12 points. Jordan with the spin. Oh. Armstrong. That's 2-point range. No coaching today. You guys just go out and play. It's in your head. Today, we hear Pat Riley say, not about extra point. It's effort, hustle, desire, all the other things that coaches talk about. Jordan battling for position. All starts nearly. Was that not going to work?
I've always liked Madison Square Garden, even when I was in college, when we played St. John's or some of the games that we played. You know, it's always been an area or a place where basketball enthusiasts could notice a fake basketball player. If you're a real basketball player, they honor that. They show the respect for that. If you're just a hype, you can't fool them, and they'll see it. You know, and it's like stepping on the stage with an act, and people can see that it's an act, or they can see that if it's talent.